Have you ever accomplished something incredible, something you worked so hard for, only to feel like you didn't deserve it? Like you were just lucky, or maybe people were just being nice? Yeah, me too. I remember when I first landed my dream job, I was ecstatic. But then this nagging feeling crept in, whispering, they're going to figure out you're not good enough. This, my friends, is the sneaky beast known as imposter syndrome. It's that persistent voice in our heads telling us we're not worthy of our successes, that we're just waiting to be exposed as frauds. In this video, we're going to shine a light on this all too common experience. We'll explore the different ways imposter syndrome can manifest and, most importantly, arm you with strategies to silence that inner critic and embrace your true worth. So let's dive into this thing called imposter syndrome. It's a term coined back in the 1970s by psychologists Pauline Clance and Suzanne Imes, and it describes that intense feeling of inadequacy that washes over us even when we have clear evidence of our competence. It's that nagging doubt that makes us question our abilities and accomplishments, leaving us feeling like we're just pretending and waiting to be found out. Here's the thing. Imposter syndrome doesn't discriminate. It affects people from all walks of life, from students to CEOs, from artists to entrepreneurs. And it often rears its ugly head after we achieve something significant, like landing a promotion, graduating from school, or receiving recognition for our work. Now, imposter syndrome isn't a one-size-fits-all experience. Dr. Valerie Young, a leading expert on the subject, identified 5 different types of imposter syndrome, each with its own unique set of characteristics. We have the perfectionist, constantly striving for flawlessness and feeling like a failure at the slightest mistake. The superperson feels the need to excel in every area of their life, pushing themselves to the brink of exhaustion. Then there's the natural genius who believes success should come effortlessly and feels ashamed when they struggle or need help. The soloist believes asking for help is a sign of weakness and insists on doing everything themselves. And finally, the expert who constantly feels the need to know everything and fears being exposed as inexperienced or unknowledgeable. Recognizing which type resonates with you can be a powerful first step in understanding and addressing your own imposter syndrome. So, what leads to this feeling of being a phony? Well, it's often a complex interplay of factors. Sometimes it's rooted in our early experiences. Maybe we grew up in a family that placed a high value on achievement, where mistakes were seen as failures rather than opportunities for growth. Or perhaps we were constantly compared to others, leading us to internalize the belief that we're not good enough. External pressures like societal expectations or competitive work environments can also fuel imposter syndrome. And let's not forget the role of personality traits. Those who are naturally more self-critical, perfectionistic, or anxious may be more susceptible to feeling like imposters. The good news is that imposter syndrome is not a life sentence. There are steps we can take to challenge those negative thoughts and start embracing our true worth. One powerful strategy is to start reframing our thinking. Instead of focusing on our perceived flaws, let's shift our attention to our accomplishments, our strengths, and the positive impact we've had on others. It's also crucial to challenge those negative self-talk tapes that keep playing in our heads. When that inner critic starts whispering doubts, talk back. Counter those negative thoughts with evidence of your abilities and remind yourself of your past successes. Remember, you are not alone in this journey. Connecting with others who understand what you're going through can provide invaluable support and encouragement. Sometimes overcoming imposter syndrome requires a little extra support, and that's okay. If those feelings of self-doubt are persistent and interfering with your life, seeking professional help can be incredibly beneficial. A therapist can provide you with tools and strategies tailored to your specific needs, helping you to identify the root causes of your imposter syndrome, challenge negative thought patterns, and develop healthier coping mechanisms. Remember, asking for help is a sign of strength, not weakness. It takes courage to acknowledge when we need support and to reach out for guidance. You deserve to live a life free from self-doubt, and sometimes seeking professional help is the key to unlocking that freedom. Outro, you've worked hard and achieved great things. Don't let imposter syndrome rob you of the joy and recognition you deserve. Remember, you are not alone in this. So many of us battle with those same feelings of self-doubt. Embrace your accomplishments, celebrate your strengths, and never be afraid to seek support when you need it. Now, I'd love to hear from you. My name is David Pender. I provide counseling at my company, Anxiety Counseling Support, co.uk. Please feel free to share your own experiences with imposter syndrome. Let's create a space of support and encouragement as we navigate this journey through life together.